There you go.
So I was the one who was telling him about the...
Thank you.
There we go. I'll let you do it.
Thank you very much.
I'll scan it and post it.
Copy of the statement.
There's the BBC showing the statement from today.
We ended up,
David, just in case anybody else is dealing with it, just identify yourself.
Yeah, sure. My name is David Hollis. I've been chairing, for want of a better word, a survivors group here in Nottingham.
It's HALLAS, isn't it?
Indeed.
I mean, you've seen this here. What's your reaction to this statement that's just been made by the...
I think it's powerful. I think it's a powerful statement of support for survivors. You know, they've been campaigning, survivors have been campaigning for a long time to have their voices heard. We know that Judge Goddard is coming, you know, closer. The announcements will come tomorrow, and it'll be very interesting to see what she says. But the fact that Nottingham County Council, before that announcement, has said that they apologise to the children for what may have been failed in the past, and that they will do everything they can to make sure the survivors are supported going forward, is a powerful statement.
It was a bit qualified, wasn't it, though? It was an apology if they're found guilty.
Yeah, well, I think they've got to say that because of ongoing cases. But you know, over 300 survivors coming forward, over 400 named and unnamed offenders now in the police's control under Operation Daybreak.
Just because I'm worried about legally that question. Actually, can I ask? It's my fault as well. I asked a question. It was a bit it was qualified though, wasn't it? It was an apology if they're found to have failed.
Yes, it was, but I still think it's powerful that they apologised for what would happen. I think children in the past, you know, should have been listened to. The evidence will come out. They will be found that the children were failed, and that apology will stand. And it's in the council minutes, and it's come out early, and survivors will be wholly thankful that at last somebody is beginning to apologise for what happened to them in the past.
On a personal level, how have people reacted here, people who've been involved in this campaign for so long?
I think there's been a relief. I mean, straight away I saw, you know, one or two people suddenly realise that actually what they've been campaigning for, you know, is being taken seriously. I think, you know, the dawning that the truth is coming, and it's not that far away before that kind of cathartic effect where survivors will be able to have their stories heard, and the true scale of what was happening here in Nottingham, in the children's home, will be evident to the public.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. It's a good day. It's not the end. You know, we've still got to get survivors the support. They've got a lot of trauma to relive as they go through having to relive their experiences. We've still got Nottingham City Council to deal with, who have remained silent on this issue. And the police investigations still continue. So it's not the end, but it's a significant step forward.
So it was just an editorial note on the end of that. So there are still some active court cases in case anybody else is dealing with the tape. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Thank you. You've been making the most noise. I think that's fair to say, haven't you, in this campaign? And you've spent a lot of time campaigning. You've got an apology, haven't you? An apology if they're found to have failed. How do you feel about that?
It's too little, too late, but it's a step in the right direction on the eve of Judge Goddard making her announcement tomorrow. One thing I would like to say is, without the whistleblowers that have been coming forward, namely Joni Cameron-Blair and one or two others that have previously worked in the council, we would not have the information that we've had, and we wouldn't have climbed the ladders that we've climbed. So at the end of the day, we've done our groundwork, we've exposed the truth, so there's no need for confrontations today. We heard what they had to say, we applauded it, and we don't have a lot to say other than Goddard's coming.
How significant is this announcement today for you?
In relation to Goddard coming, my hopes and prayers are that Nottingham gets made into a case study. If it gets made into a case study, we get the equivalent of what those at the City Council denied us, the equivalent of a public inquiry. The whole thing needs to be exposed. It will be exposed. We've just got to have faith and belief.
And this has been a hugely personal thing, hugely emotional thing for you, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
How did you feel hearing that public statement made in the council chamber?
I expected to hear it, but we've heard stuff from them before, like in January when we shut them down. But maybe today they've offered the olive branch and invited us here. Maybe they are going to turn it in a new direction. If they do, maybe the City Council will follow suit, but I doubt it.
Can I mean, on a personal level, what do you feel emotionally when you heard that statement being read out?
How I feel is it's too little too late for those that have died waiting for justice. And to the family of Leon, who died tragically this year after being promised help, may he rest in peace, and we will fight for justice for him.
Let me just get a line about who is Leon, just for people who don't know.
Leon was a Beechwood survivor, and he was promised help from the City Council, and the help never came.
What more do you want? What more help does the council need to provide?
They need to supply ongoing support. You know, they've put a thing out that there's stuff provided by third-party providers. They do not have a clue about dealing with things like post-traumatic stress disorder. The list is endless. You know, this needs specialist people to work with people that have been amongst us all their lives. You know, I mean, I spent most of my life as a derelict drug addict. Today, I am who I am, and I've got no desire to go back. I've laid the ghosts of my past to bed. Right? They've got their ghosts to come.
Just finally, we're going to say, and you've waived your right to anonymity. You were raped as a child, weren't you? I mean, after all the fighting and everything like that, how significant do you think this statement is?
It's a step in the right direction if they stick to it. And all I can say is watch this space.
Thank you very much. And just for anybody who didn't say, it's Mickey Summers, MICKEY, SUMMERS, child abuse campaigner,
yes.
And you waived your right to anonymity, so you were raped as a child. Thank you, Mickey, appreciate that. Andy, we'll just get a few shots of people near on screen.
Mickey Summers, child abuse campaigner for Nottingham and member of the Nottingham CSA Inquiry Action Group.
And could you just spell your full name for me as well, sorry?
MICKEY, SUMMERS.
Mickey, what's your initial reaction then to the statement that we've heard from the council today?
My initial reaction is too little too late, but maybe it's a new beginning. We expected something along those lines because of the announcement that Judge Goddard, who's going to head the National Inquiry, is coming to Nottingham. My hopes, prayers and beliefs are that Nottingham will become a case study. Both the City and the County Council denied us a promised public inquiry earlier this year in July. Well, if we get a case study, we get something better than a public inquiry. We get to make those that are still covering up the child abuse in Nottingham, we get the opportunity to make them accountable. And at the end of the day, that is what it's about. Like, I've waited 48 years for this, and maybe this might be just the start of my finest hour.
The fact that an apology was made, though, even in advance of what we're going to hear from Judge Goddard tomorrow, does that mean anything at all for you?
Personally, no, but for other survivors, I'd say it's a significant move in the right direction. And the fact that it's made public, yeah, it will resonate a little bit with me. Because this is the first time they've publicly apologised. I'll take my hat off to the County Council leader, Alan Rhodes, because he's actually led the way. We'll have to wait and see what they say over the Kremlin State Council.
Thank you very much for your time.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.